Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my second Great League team. I keep on forgetting to say this because I hate plugging, but I know it helps the algorithm, so if you see this video, I appreciate if you hit the thumbs up, comment, and if you aren't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Really help grow this channel, so I appreciate if you did that. This team, I'm coming at you with Pidgeot, which is Unbanned and Nerfed. So for those of you who never had a chance to use Pidgeot, it was OP with that Feather Dance because Gust is like a confusion type move. So Gust does the majority of the damage, and Feather Dance guarantees to lower the opponent's attack ×2, which is huge. So before, it only took, I think, 3 or 4 gusts to get there. Now, on the first one, it takes 5 gusts. So what you're going to see, you basically get to Feather Dance and Brave Bird at the same time. And then the second time around, it only takes 1 less gust to get to Feather Dance. So because they nerfed it and took it longer to get there, it's not as OP. And in some of these matchups, I kind of like, it still has play and it's still decent, but it's definitely not as strong as it once was. So it is weak to ice, it is weak to electric, and it resists ground, it resists fighting. So perfect. Galarian Stunfisk is the exact opposite in every single way. And whenever I have a flyer like Pidgeot or Altaria that can get walled by a Bastiodon, I always go with a second counter user or something that can deal with that. So my newly built Medicham in this. So let's take a look at the battles, and here we go. So Pidgeot on the lead into Venusaur. So this is a great lead, and in comes Azu. So what I wanted to do was get here and then bail, and then I realized, see, before, I think this is one of my first times using it, because before I was like, should I get to the Brave Bird or the by now? But as you can see, the Feather Dance is just slightly ahead of energy, but it still takes 5 to get there the first time around. So that's not ideal. So the good news is, because it does take 5, it's the same as a Brave Bird, so they don't know if it's going to be a Feather Dance or a Brave Bird. So what I did is I able to hit them with the Feather Dance, so their attack is lowered. So these Ice Beams are not doing a ton to me, which is great. So I'm going to throw this Earthquake, do some pretty good chip damage here. And they are now going to get out into the Venusaur because they know their Venusaur is pretty much useless against the Pidgeot. So I'm going to throw the Earthquake here. And this will do pretty good. I expect them to let this go because there's no point of saving this when Pidgeot is just going to wreck it. So hopefully I can get to a Rock Slide here before they... And I can, which is perfect. So this should... probably take it out unless they shield, because they do probably are loaded. So if I can with the Pidgeot, which I do, they may have a Sledge Bomb here, and Sledge Bomb is coming, does not take me out. 1 gust will take that out, and out comes the Lantern. So now get to the move at the same time. Might as well just go for the Brave Bird here, even though it's going to be resisted. Might as well do some chip damage. It's a decent amount of chip damage considering I never hit the bubbles properly all the time. And then you just got the counter in here to dominate here. This is one of my beast of an XL Pokemon. This is a best buddied level 51 Medicham. And man, is it strong. So shield this up, and then no problem. I can just get to the Psychic here. I probably could live any move that they threw anyway. So pretty good, easy first match with a good lead there. So let's get into the next one. Swampert. So the thing with Swampert is you're definitely going to get outpaced here. But look how much those gusts are doing. So I'm going to let the first one go because I'm going to survive 1. I was hoping that I could... And see, if I tried to CMP, I just lost that. If this was before, I would have already hit them with the Feather Dance. But because this is a nerfed Pidgeot, you get there at the same time they get theirs. So they let it go. So I'm now down to shield, but I have switch advantage. It's a Bastiodon, so I'm just going to get out here immediately into Medicham, and it's an Altaria, so that's decent because I'm running Ice Punch. So that should not be a problem. There's 2 Ice Punches will take this out. I probably shield it up, if I remember, because I can force shields back with the Ice Punches here, and they don't know that I have a Galarian Stunfisk in the back to deal with the Bastiodon. So as long as I just grab these shields, then I'll come in with my Pidgeot just to try and gust it down as much as possible, and then I'll come in and finish it off with Galarian Stunfisk. So we are going to take this sky attack. It's going to be super effective. That's okay. I'm going to come in here and try and gust. And again, I would have been at Feather Dance before too. So it is making a difference this season in the matches I played today. So if you're going to run this, just keep in mind it's not as dominant as it once was. Again, still has play, but it's again not as strong. So terrible lead here. Going to switch into Metacham. And they come in with the Azu. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is a match that I can take, especially if I do land this. So I'm like, okay, I can definitely just take this in the 2 shield. I think I let the first one go just to see what they're going to throw. And at this point, I'm like, I've got to have my Galarian Stunfisk aligned with their Bastiodon because I cannot have my Pidgeot aligned with it, or else I'm just in big trouble. So I realized I threw the Psychic. I could have just thrown the Ice Punch there because I realized at this point I'm like, I could just probably, the counters and these Ice Punches alone are going to do enough chip damage. And Azu's a pretty slow build. So we're going to throw this here. Get the shield. I'm going to shield right back because I need switch advantage. And I'm going to get this last Ice Punch off in time, which is great. And then... So I took switch, which is perfect, because now I just need to hope that whatever they have in the back, I can align with my Pidgeot. And it's a superior, so that's amazing. I can throw this Ice Punch here, and then they're going to take me out, which is okay. Come with the Pidgeot, and they're immediately going to switch, and I'm immediately going to switch right back. So they do have a bit of energy advantage, so I'm going to have to eat a Flamethrower, but that's okay. I don't even think it does 50% on a Galarian Stunfisk. Yeah, it's super effective, but I'm not even in the yellow yet, so this is okay. So I wanted to build up a bit. I think I tried to undercharge here, but it's really tough to actually undercharge properly because I wanted to come out with a Rock Slide here because I know they're going to throw this here, and I'm worried about them potentially having something. I don't even know what other, like a Leaf Tornado would. I have full health Pidgeot. It probably wouldn't take me out anyways, but able to get this Rock Slide off, so this game is over. This won't take it out, but one gust will take it out, and they realize that, so they are out of here. In the next battle, Metacham is a great lead, and they switch out into nothing. Interesting. So again, this could be an Ice Punch, so I have to shield it up, and it is an Ice Punch. Again, I'm not at the Feather Dance yet, and I would have been before. So now I'm going to get the shield back probably. No, they let it go. They call it, and I'm able to take it out. So that's fine. And out comes the Galarian Stunfisk. So I immediately switch into Metacham, and I'm met hard with a Jellicent. And this is not what my Metacham wanted to see. Metacham obviously only has a few weaknesses because the Psychic / fighting means it's neutral to dark, but your ghost is still a problem. So I'm going to shield this up, thinking that I can get to a second Psychic and grab a shield back, and I could not. And I think that cost me the game. Yeah, because I could just get one shot. And so even if I get a Feather Dance off here, I think my only play I think was to try, I remember now. My only play was to try and go for the gust down, and then I'm surprised I survived because my only play was to go for the gust down. I then should have either lowered the attack or nuked it, but it doesn't matter. I need 2 baits here. This game's over. So that was a tough one to get out of. No, that's not a tough one to get out of. I had a good lead there. It was just the nerf. This is the 3rd match that I just said. Had this been the old Pidgeot, I would have gone to the Feather Dance 1 gust earlier. And that has made a significant difference in 3 battles so far already. And I was pretty much like that all day today. We needed it to be 1 sooner. And I think this is probably another scenario where that's the case too. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they're going to hit me with a Poison Jab, Poison Fang, and so that's okay. I can survive 1, but there we go. Like I'm already again at this point I should have just went for the Brave Bird, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Hope that they shield, and they do. So that's fine. I'm trying to guess down. It puts them close, but I'm like, so either way, I'm in trouble here. I don't want to take an Earth Power there. I think they're probably going to bait here, but I still call. I knew they're going to bait, and now they could go for the Earth Power, I think. I'm hoping for back-to-back that I can just reset. Yeah, so it's just back-to-back. So I can reset on this almost immediately, depending on what. Yeah, just immediately. And they're running double grass in the back, so Pidgeot is not aligned properly for this team. But this is okay because the grass knots are going to hurt here, but I can throw ice punches, which will do super effective to both. So I'm hoping that I can just get a Rock Slide off here so that I can counter down and get ahead with the damage. And then what it actually comes down to, what you're going to see, is what move is Tropius running. And what you're going to see is that Tropius is actually running Razor Leaf. So that Razor Leaf limits their ability to get to Aerial Ace. Because if they get to Aerial Ace, or if they're running the flying type move, I was done. But because they're running Razor Leaf, they're not going to get to 2 charge moves. So now they need to take me out with Razor Leaf. But because I have the bulk, and because the counter and Ice Punch are very, very spammy, I can go 3 Ice Punches here to take them out and take this match. And this will be the last battle. So that is the team. Again, it works well because Medicham, Galarian, Stunfisk are super meta, right? So it's nothing unique here. But Pidgeot, I must say, because I did use Pidgeot before, and I'm a bit disappointed that I honestly, I think it needed to be nerfed because it's a guaranteed 2 times lower the attack. So to be able to hit that earlier, and Gust is your main thing, right? Like Gust is where your majority of your damage is done. So to lower their attack twice and be able to get all this Gust off, it would have been too powerful. So I get it. And I think it's good, but yes, just keep in mind if you were going to use this, it is significantly worse than it was last season. So that is it. Thanks for watching. I got a fun one coming because I did 2 sets with this, and I did 2 sets with a Phalanx. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that one's coming tomorrow. I'll do a short teaser later today. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.